Communities across the country are becoming more varied, and the challenges facing these communities are more complex. Our global interdependence is becoming more apparent. To truly meet the needs of our students, we must implement global education in our school systems. Colorado schools must be at the front of this evolution in education. Research shows that students who learn about global issues are more than twice as likely to see the point of personally undertaking social action. Global learning encourages awareness and critical thought about issues such as poverty, climate change, different religions and cultures, as well as world trade and politics. Students who are educated in global issues from different perspectives are more likely to display tolerance and acceptance of religious, cultural, and ethnic diversity and demonstrate increased empathy for individuals. The social return on the investment in global education for society is enormous. Students will be more likely as adults to take part in respectful dialogue with people from different viewpoints and backgrounds, more able to work together and cooperate to understand global problems and identify revolutionary new solutions. Perhaps most important, according to World Savvy, studies demonstrate that people who learn about global issues feel more empowered to tackle them rather than being overwhelmed by the extent of the problems. Global education does not need to be expensive. The best example of a successful global education project that fits in almost any budget is the Flat Classroom Project. The Flat Classroom Project is a global collaborative project that joins together middle and senior high students. This project is part of the emerging trend in internationally aware schools to embrace a holistic and constructivist educational approach to work collaboratively with others around the world in order to create students who are competitive and globally minded. The key to their success is the focus on using on-hand, real-world resources, focusing on content, not technology, using cool and cheap new tools, and the ability to address logistical concerns. Schools that want to successfully implement a global education project need to access available resources. These existing resources can include teachers, students, or community members from other countries, or who have family in other nations, businesses that work with overseas partners, or cultural organizations such as churches or nonprofit organizations that have an international component. Educators must reach out to the community and involve them in this process. Successful programs revolve around content. Almost everyone who's developed a successful global education program says the key is to focus on the skills and knowledge you hope students will gain, not the technology itself or even the globalness of the activity. Focusing on the experience of the project rather than the experience of using technology creates a more meaningful experience for students. There are many cheap and exciting tools that students can use in global education projects. Classroom wikis, student podcasts, and Google Earth's many functions are all fairly established ways for students and teachers to share information and work together across many time zones. Successful global education projects encourage educators to use free and easily accessible resources. Successful global education addresses logistical concerns. Educators must not focus on the need to video conference, but balance the logistics. Students should understand that different people in different parts of the world would communicate at different times. The Flat Classroom Project uses live video conferencing strategically for early planning and final group presentations. The 2013 NetGen Education Project is another global collaboration to envision the future of education and social action by inspiring today's students to study leading technology trends and create a vision for the future. The NetGen project is run once each year, starting in February, to be timed when the Horizon Report is produced. This report is one of the leading collaboratively written documents projecting the future technology in the next 1 to 5 years in higher education. Using the Horizon Report, the students connect technology with one of the NetGen norms. Students will study the current research and create a collaboratively written wiki report with their student partners around the world that shows what students will be doing with technology and how that will characterize his or her college years. They include a multimedia vision of what they think it would look like in practice. Adults who practice find that they are on the leading edge of education technology and find the experience very exciting. The project takes approximately 6 to 8 weeks. This project is unique in that it is largely student-led. There are opportunities for students to be project managers and assistant managers for each group. After compiling their wiki reports based upon current research and encouraged by expert advisors, students will create a video based upon their research and current global technology trends. It is disturbing that teachers are finding it harder and harder to have time to devote any online collaborations when we find ourselves spending most of our time testing or preparing students to take tests. Studies have shown this is a less effective method of learning and discovering what children know and can do. The United States wants to increase its worldwide educational ranking, and the best way to do this is to help students build a global knowledge base using online and collaborative projects. Building a global knowledge base can be easily achieved by using pre-designed online projects. These projects are meaningful to students and can be aligned with state content standards for social studies, history, civics, geography, and even more. We have provided you with a handout that provides you just a few possible solutions to demonstrate the ease in which we can implement global education solutions in our schools. Students will be able to meet content standards while challenging themselves to think on a global scale. To successfully prepare our students for the future, we must prepare them to think and act globally.